Hi everyone, I'm teacher Yijie. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, I would like to talk about a question from SCMO 2026, which is about number of factor theorem. Let's have a look. So we said that given that n is equal to 2 to the power of a times 3 to the power of b, the number of each factor is 12 and the sum of all factors is 1092. We are asked to find the sum of a and b. Oh, in this question, we need to find out what is the value of these two powers. But in this case, how do we solve this question? Alright everyone, you see we are given with the number of factors. We are given with the sum of factor. How do we want to use these two values that is given here? Alright everyone, let's have a look at a very simple example. Now let's say we have a number 12. If I would like to find out what is a number of factor, how do I do that? So one way is that we can just directly list them out. So starting from the smallest one, we can have 1 times 12, we can have 2 times 6, we can have 3 times 4. So you can see that for 12, there will be a total of 6 factors. But now, you see 12 is a very small number. It's easy for us to try to list out all of the factors. What if we have a big number? How do we want to list out all the factors here? So is there any way we can find out the number of factors? Alright everyone. So before that, we need to see one thing. When we have a number 12, we can do what we so-called a prime factorization. If you want to know more about prime factorization, you can check out the other videos, right? I have a video talking about what is a prime factorization. So after we do the prime factorization, we will get that 12 will be equal to 2 to the power 2 times 3. So the 2 and the 3 here, this is what we so-call the prime factor. Now everyone, what is so special about prime factor? Now for example, if I would like to select our prime factor 2 right here, you see we'll have how many different choices here? Oh, we can have 2 to the power 1, we can have 2 to the power 2. Is it all of our choices here? We can also not select any one of it. We can have 2 to the power of 0. Same goes to our prime factor 3. We can have 3 to the power of 0. We can have 3 to the power of 1. And everyone, you see, what if now I select 2 to the power of 0, then next I select the prime factor 3. So you can see that there will be two different combinations here. Oh, I can have 2 to the power of 0 times with 3 to the power of 0. What do we have here? Oh, so we multiply together, this is just equal to 1. And 2 to the power 0 times 3 to the power 1, this is just equal to 3. Now everyone can see that our factor right here, all of our 6 factors, they're actually just made out of the pair of our prime factor here. So we can also have 2 to the power 1 paired up with 3 to the power 0 and also 3 to the power 1. We can also have 2 to the power 2 paired up with 3 to the power 0 and 3 to the power 1. So we can see that all our factor is made out of our prime factor. So everyone, in this case, how do we calculate the total number of factors? So you can see that this one will have 3 choices, this one will have 2 choices. So it will be 3 times 2, we get 6 factors. But in this case, actually, how do we want to know it is 3 times 2 equal to 6? How do we get this number from? Alright, everyone, we say that the two numbers here, they are the number of choices, right? But in this case, how do we know that it's 3 choices? How do we know that it's 2 choices? Actually, we can observe the power of our prime factor. You see, since we have 2 to the power 2, from this, we will know that there will be 2 choices, 2 to the power 1 and 2 to the power 2. But we still have to add up one more choices, which is we don't select any one of it, which is 2 to the power 0. So actually, for the 3 here, it can be rewrite as 2 plus 1, and we can rewrite as 1 plus 1. And we got 6 as the number of factor. So everybody can see that in this case, to help us to calculate the number of factor, first thing first, do the prime factorization, and next thing, observe the power of your prime factor. What you have to do is, you just have to power plus 1 and then multiply together. You will get the number of factor. Alright, so again, we said that to find out number of factor, first thing first, do the prime factorization. Second, we just have to power plus 1, then we multiply together. Alright, this is the first thing that we have to know in order to solve our question. Second, we also talk about the sum of factor, right? Okay, in this case, what will be the sum of factor? We just add them all together. Sum of factor will just be 28. Again, 12 is a small number. But what if we have a big number? How do you want to find out the sum of factor? Alright, so let's observe what we have here again. So we say that our factor is just made out of our prime factor. Now for example, our first factor is made out of 2 to the power 0 times 3 to the power 0. Second factor is made out of 2 to the power 0 times 3 to the power 1. So since we are trying to find sum of factor, so we add them all together. But I want to see that now that we have 2 multiplication and we have one of this addition right here. In this case, we can actually try to extract out common factor. So the next thing, we will have 2 to the power 0 times with 3 to the power 0 plus 3 to the power 1. And everyone, same go to the other factor, prime factor 2 to the power 1 and also 2 to the power 2. We will also have the same thing, just like 2 of this. And the next thing, we just have to sum them up. Now everyone, again, we have multiplication with addition. Again, what can we do? So we can try to extract out common factor once again. So the next thing, when we extract out the common factor 3 to the power 0 and 3 to the power 1, we will have these 3 sum out together, multiplied by 3 to the power 0 plus 3 to the power 1. And now, let's try to calculate this. So we'll have 1 plus 2 plus 4 times with 1 plus 3, which is just equal to 7 times 4. 7 times 4 will just be our sum of factor 28 right here. So this is how we want to calculate the sum of factor. So now everyone, again, to calculate the sum of factor, first thing first, find out our prime factor by using the prime factorization. Second thing, you see what are we doing here is that we add up from power 0 until the largest power for each of our prime factor and then multiply together. We will get our sum of factor. Alright everyone, now that we have learned about 2 of these knowledge points, let's go back to our question. So for our question, we only given that number of factor is 12, sum of factor is 1092. First thing first, if I would like to have number of factor 12, what will be the possibility right here? We can just have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, right? Now think about it. We say that to calculate number of factor, right? It is actually power plus 1, power plus 1 multiplied together. In this case, we have power A, power B. So we know that number of factor actually just is A plus 1 times with B plus 1. Now everyone, if let's say we already know this is A plus 1, B plus 1 multiplied together. Now, we have 1 times 12. What will be A? What will be B? A will just be 1 minus 1, which is 0. B will just be 12 minus 1, which is 11. And F1, because in this case, we do not show this one is A or this one is A. So there will be 2 different situations. It can also be A equal to 11, B equal to 0. Second thing, we can have A equal to 1, B equal to 5, or A equal to 5, B equal to 1. And finally, A equal to 2, B equal to 3, or A equal to 3, B equal to 2. So everyone, the next thing, we just have to use the value of the sum of all factors to check which one will be our answer. Now think about it. Sum of all factors, we say that we have to add up from power 0 to the largest power. In this case, we have B to the power of B is 11, which means we have to sum up from 3 to the power 0 until 3 to the power of 11. So if you try to calculate, it will definitely more than our sum of factors. This cannot be the answer. The next one, A equal to 11. The same thing, when you calculate the sum of factor, it will be more than 1092. It cannot be the answer. Now the next one, we have A equal to 1, B equal to 5. Let's try to calculate. So in this case, we say that n is made of 2 to the power 1 times 3 to the power of 5. So add up from power 0 until largest power. So we have this one, A 2 to the power 0 sum out with 2 to the power 1. And 3 to the power 0 sum out until 3 to the power 5. And then we're trying to calculate this. Then we will have 3 times 364. and the answer will just be 1092. Now, which means that this is just what we want. We say that A is 1, B is 5. Since we are trying to find sum of A and B, so it will just be 1 plus 5. It will be 6. And this will be our final answer. Alright, everyone, let's summarize what we have learned from this kind of our question. First thing first, if we need to find out the number of factor, our first step is we do the prime factorization. Secondly, we just have to use power plus 1, we multiply together. Now, second thing, we learn about how do we find out the sum of factor. Again, do the prime factorization. Second thing, we have to add up from power 0 until the largest power for each of our prime factor. Then again, multiply together. Alright? So everyone, now you may try to do this practice question and you can leave your answer at the comment section below. So you may join our WhatsApp group for more information about our activity. I hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.